Synchronized swimming is a predominantly female sport that combines elements of swimming, dance, and gymnastics to create a perfectly in-sync performance. Routines can be performed as a solo, a duet, or a team. These routines are scored by judges on a scale of 0 to 10. The swimmers are critiqued for the performance's artistry and its technical merit. In order to receive a high score for artistry, the swimmers must have flawless and creative choreography, make the positions seem effortless, and have a smile the whole time. To receive a high technical score, the swimmers may never touch the bottom of the pool. This results in a 2-point deduction. They also must have highly accurate arm strokes and propulsion techniques and patterns. These complex routines also require the swimmers to hold their breath for extended periods of time, often 1 minute or more.
I'm Alex Reed, and I've been doing synchronized swimming for 11 years. I'm Olivia, and I've been doing synchronized swimming for 7 years.
I'm Maddie Ronaldo, and I've been doing synchronized swimming for 7 years.
I'm Ina Gorlick, and I've been doing synchronized swimming for 6 years.
These are called nose clips. You put them on your nose, and they keep the water from going up your nose.
Competition like a flamethrower. My rhymes age like wine as I get older. I'm getting bolder, competition is waning. I got the ball and I see the lane in.
This is a weight belt that we use during practice. It has 2-pound weights in it, and it creates a lot of drag on the water. So we wear it during practice so we feel heavier, and then when we take it off at meets, you feel really light and you swim a lot better.
Clipping, I fly like a hawk, or better yet an eagle, a seagull, sniff suckers out like a beagle. My ego is off and running and going, cause I'm about the best and if the best and that's more.
One day I was taking swim lessons at the Y, and after my swim lesson was over, I heard music, and it was the show that we have every year in November, and I walked in and I watched, and then I decided I wanted to do synchronized swimming.
I had pretty much tried every sport, soccer, softball. Actually, I guess that was it. But I wasn't very good with hand-eye coordination, and I quit every sport that I did. And I got a flyer in 2nd grade asking for synchronized swimmers, and I told my parents that I wanted to do it. And then my mom threw out the flyer because she thought that I was kidding. And then when I asked later, did you sign me up? She said no, and then I joined.
This is a world premiere. This is a world premiere.
I done been through a whole lot. Trial, tribulation, but I know God. Satan wanna put me in a bow tie. Pray that the holy water don't go dry, yeah, yeah. As I look around me.
We have practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8:30, and then we wake up at 5 o'clock for 6 a.m. practice on Saturday.
When I tell people I do synchronized swimming, they usually just go, oh, like that, like the old lady sport.
I really don't like telling people that I do synchronized swimming because, especially with younger people and people in our generation, they tend to make fun of it a lot because of what they've seen in the media and such. And a lot of people don't think that it has as much merit as sports that are counted by like goals and baskets because it's kind of the sport is kind of subjective because it's scored by judges, and people just don't think artistic sports are as good as more physical, macho sports.
Since I'm a racing swimmer as well as a synchronized swimmer, a lot of girls on my team make fun of synchronized swimming.
The Aqueducts frequently deal with people mocking them in their sport. Earlier this year, the speed swimming team posted a video to Instagram of their team pretending to do a synchro routine. It clearly was not meant as good-hearted fun. However, since the Aqueducts supervisor is the head coach of the speed swimming team, he simply laughed it off. The walls of the pool are littered with posters displaying the swimming team's achievements, but there's no evidence of the Aqueducts' accomplishments. Unfortunately, it is clear that the synchro team doesn't receive as much respect as the swim team.
Yes, the Y does hate us.
And they try and they give us the worst, I don't even know what it is. They give us the worst pool time, the worst, they don't hire new coaches. It's just terrible. And they have all these dumb rules and red tape to make us try and leave, which we're actually starting to do. People have been investigating, looking into a new pool, but that'll cause a whole bunch of issues because it's going to be more expensive than the Y, and people think that the team might end up splitting up into 2 different teams, which I won't be there for, but I think that would be really sad.
Yeah. On top of a lack of respect, these girls still face all the problems of a regular sports team. Although many think that synchronized swimming is easy, it is not. Despite their many hours of practicing, things can still go wrong during their routines. Unlike other sports, when one swimmer is struggling, it dramatically affects the whole team because the other girls need to try to remain in sync and carry on with the routine. Also, because the routine is subjectively judged on artistry, the swimmers cannot show that they are having problems. Their moves have to remain flawless, and they must appear to be doing them with ease.
One time I was swimming my duet at a meet, and I started choking on water during my arm strokes. And I couldn't breathe at all, and I started going on the bottom of the pool and telling the lifeguard, like, come save me. But he was just looking at me and with a blank face and wouldn't do anything. And I had to get out of the pool myself while not breathing.
Nose clips are one of the most important parts of synchronized swimming. Without them, water will rush into the swimmers' noses, and it becomes nearly impossible to complete a routine.
Got about a lap in, probably like 30 seconds, and this girl hit me in the face and mine fell off. And I tried not to freak out because I tried to be prepared and I had an extra one. So I went to put it on and then it broke in my hands. So at that point I started kind of freaking out and I started trying to tell everyone on my team that I didn't have one. And I was also trying to keep smiling because that's what you have to do. So I tried to like play it off, except I was also mortified. So I came up and I realized that my face was like, so I was like,
through all of these struggles, the girls have become extraordinarily close. Because the sport requires them to not only be physically in sync, but mentally in sync at all times, they have a bond that few would understand.
So when my friend Justin passed away, I came to practice because I was so upset and I needed my team members to be there for me and comfort me. So I came to practice and I was bawling my eyes out and they just came up to me and hugged me, and I knew that I had a family behind me and I knew that I could trust them, and we just laughed and Veronica pulled out her Vine account and was showing all these crazy vines and we just cried and hugged together because they knew him too. So yeah, that's our family bonding.
We're very close. We have sleepovers every Friday night before practice, and we wake up together at 5 and drive to the Y. It's terrible. It's fun. It's a good time.
Because the team is so close, leaving for college is a bittersweet moment.
Next year, when I'm not doing synchro, I really don't know what I'm going to do. For starters, I burn probably 3,000 calories every time I'm at practice, so I'll probably gain a little weight. It'll be okay. But I really don't know how I'm going to like recover from losing the friendships that I've made. Like, even though I'm going to come back after school ends and I'll visit them during the summer, like once you leave the team, like and a new person comes and like fills your spot, the whole team dynamic changes and like new memories are made and there are new inside jokes, and you come back and even though you were a part of the team, you're not like a part of the team anymore. You're kind of like a ghost. So I'm really not looking forward. I'm looking forward to coming back and visiting you guys, but I know, like I see the older girls that are in college now come back and like they like look sad seeing us having fun without them. So I'm gonna be real sad. It won't be good.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you.